And I guess I have a confession. I'm an addict, and the addiction is an addiction to food. I have battled this for a very long time, and when I was like when this was me, when I was in the throes of this experience and this experience, yes, that was me. You know, I didn't know that there was a way out. I had bipolar manic depression. I had fibromyalgia. I had chronic fatigue. My body hurt. Getting out of bed was hard. Brushing my teeth was a success. And to to not know that there's a way out and to be living in this, as you can see, I wasn't very happy in this picture. I'm backwards. um, it just wasn't a happy experience to be living in a big body that's painful and tired and sick. And I really wanted out, and I planned on committing suicide a number of times. And somehow I made it through that experience. And what I know now is there is a way out because I no longer live this experience. Now, what I will tell you is that I have moments in my life where I go into kind of addiction patterns. I had obsessive compulsive disorder with food back in the day. And, it was just so hard to stop eating. It didn't matter what it was. I would just eat and eat and eat and eat. And then I had bulimia, so I would purge, and then I would eat, and then I would freak out and try to become anorexic. And then I couldn't do that. And so I would eat more because my emotions were so distraught because I couldn't be anorexic. And I wanted to be anorexic because first of all, I wanted to lose weight, and it was kind of the pattern. I was patterning myself after my mother to a degree, and it was a vicious cycle. But what I know now is that there is a way out, and I found myself. I'm still trying to get over this dang flu, and this is like week 2 going on, and I found myself just eating more carbohydrates and processed food and things like cereal and Quest bars of all things. Okay, that's not food by any means, but I would just be like, well, it's just one or whatever story I would make up in my head, and now I'm fine. Now I'm over the flu. I've been over the flu. I'm still stuffy, but I'm over the flu. I'm back to work. I'm doing my life, and I'm still eating those same foods. And the food just keeps getting greater and greater and greater. And I've been here a number of times. I get this pattern. I have been here and I've overcome it, and I've been here and I've overcome it. And this time I'm realizing, I'm catching it again. I'm like, oh wow, here it is again. I'm clicking into this pattern, and I've got to put a stop to it. And I know exactly how to do that. I've gotten myself out of it a number of times, and as I do that, as I've grown through this was years ago, but as I've continued to come from this place to where I am now, anytime I find myself moving into that pattern, it never, ever gets as bad as it was. And every single time I have less attachment to the fact that it's happening. And when we can let go of attachment to whatever dysfunctional pattern we have in our body, then we don't continue to chew on it and keep creating it, because whatever you focus on, you create. Now I'm like, oh, okay, here it is again. I'm eating pizza. Here it is again. I'm eating gelato. Here it is again. I'm eating cereal. Here it is again. Okay, Brandy, what's going on? And then, so I have to step back and look at that. My old pattern here would have been to go, oh my God, you're so bad. Why can't you control yourself? You're so fucked up. You're just a mess, and something's wrong with you. And I hate a lot of self-hatred talk and all these things that would go on in my head. And those things don't go on anymore, because at some point, I started to realize that, oh wow, this is just a pattern, and I have the ability to get out of it. I know exactly what to do to get out of it, and I'm choosing to do that. Now, I was going to actually start this cleanse, and that's how I get out of it. I do this 10-day transformation, and by day 3, literally by day 3, I have no more desire for any of those foods. It happens every single time. And this is probably I don't know, I've been doing this for past 4 or 5 years, 3 or 4 times a year. So a lot of times, and every single time by day 3, my cravings for anything else is gone. So I'm excited to be starting this. I was going to start it yesterday, but I've come to a decision. I'm going to actually take some lab work and really look at the lab work as I go through this, and as I end it, and I'll probably do it at day 10 and then day 30, just so I can see what's happening over time. yeah, and I want to share all that stuff with you so you can see what's happening. It's very exciting for me, you know, beyond the mental emotional aspect of where I'm at right now. There's um, the feeling in my body, like the pain in my joints and my muscles. Like my muscles are so sore. Now I've been working out, but they're just sore in a different way. It's not like, oh, feel good sore. It's like, oh man, it's hard to walk sore. So my hips are sore, my shoulders starting to hurt again. I had an injury a long time ago, and I can feel that it's kind of creeping back in on me. My attitude is sucky. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just ready to wake up in the morning and feel great. And that's what happens when I do this 10-day cleanse. So get ready, because I'm going to be sharing all of this with you. I'm going to be sharing my labs with you. I'm going to be sharing what I'm going through. I can share with you what I'm eating. It's easy enough. I'm not doing a fast. I'm actually doing a cleanse. And there's a difference in fasting and cleansing. And I think I'll probably put an email out about that. So if you're not on my email list, head over to my website and get on it, because you may want to stay in the flow with that information. But yeah, so I'm excited. If you have any questions, or you are interested in just like joining me in this fun little experiment that I'm doing, I'm happy to help you with that. So it doesn't have to be a full-on cleanse. We can just put you on a clean eating program if you want, or whatever feels good for you. But either regardless, it doesn't matter. I'm just finding my own way through this again. So I'm here for you if you need any help, and I hope you enjoy this journey with me, and we'll see you on the other side.